Well, I think I picked up the most abused tire changer I've seen in a long time. It works, but does it? It's got a little issues. I go over it with you today. This is a Coates 440. It's got the bead blaster on it, but you know, it is what it is. But just check out this classic. We might restore it. I don't know. At least fix it up better, where it performs a little, you know, up to our needs. Well, I do got a bunch of oil on it because I was having trouble breaking down a tire and stuff. It made me very mad. I put a 14-inch on this and fit, and it was just wasn't working. Well, it turns out it's got a little lip here. You see I got it vice gripped. This lip sags, and it was hitting the rim, and it wasn't letting the whole machine, you know, pivot like it should to twist the tire off or break it down. So after 4 hours of figuring that out, which I didn't figure it out with the 14, I gave up on the 14, bought a 16 set down here. It did the same thing, then I figured that out, and then it was instant magic. So this has been into before. Those signs, you know, you might have to be, you know, very, conscious of the small little details that you can tell somebody's been in here. But the first thing is this is cocked at a different angle. This should be cocked over here. So when it stops its rotation, it's about right in this area. When it stops its rotation, it's about right here, which, you know, that's fine. It seems to work fine like this, but you would have to drop the gears and stuff and cock this in the right degree. I guess whoever been into it, you know, did that. But I don't have an issue with it though. I mean, I can do here and then it comes up. This works fine. The bead blaster actually works on it. This needs a little love. It's missing its handle here. We need a weld one on it. The front. It's been repaired a couple times. Must be one of them junkyard bead blasters, you know, it's just been abused. Now, you can do 14s to 16s, maybe 17s on this. I think 16s is the limit, but I can tell you it will do a 16 no problem. And I think if you modify this arm or don't use this bottom bead breaker, you could do way bigger tires, maybe even a 20. I know for sure you can get a 17 on here if this don't hit the rim. Or you could source you another one of these and trim this, and it should be fine. But to take it off, it's got a pin there, and I think I can take that pin out and remove that scrappy part of the arm. I don't even know what that does. Maybe that's extra and they just put it there for storage. Maybe that's an extra arm. I don't know, but we need it gone. It came with the cone. It came with the tire breaker down thingy. It's been painted blue because, you know, they did a great job restoring it. I'll probably just clean this up best I can. Cut maybe a little metal insert here where it's broke down or something, and just do that. Maybe put a piece of plexiglass or something on the front. You can see inside it's got a lot of the original hoses. It does not leak. And it works, as I said, surprisingly. I can't figure out where to put air into it. Now I know it don't supposed to get air here, because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a gauge up here. But I think somebody's been inside of it. You know, as I'm saying, there's a little bit of signs. And you can see they disconnected the gauge portion. So it can't fill up air. And they got it hooked up where you put the air into it here. So I put this connector on it. We come down here. Springs and everything looks good. It's got enough oil on it. That's my fix to that, to get it working for now. Inside here. Oh, this is an Allen wrench. And all this does is keep the pivots from going down too far on the cylinders. You can see. It works. It's got one on here. I don't even know what this is. It needs cut down though. So I'm going to put a side plate on it. But it goes through that as a pivot here too. Man, it's an old tire machine. I probably overpaid a tad for it. I could hook it up and show you it works, but I'm going to do a little bit more stuff to it. Maybe when I get a tire I want to take off, then we'll be fine. I got this wood here right now. Try not to fall. It's a mess in this building. We got the 5.3. But anyway, back to the subject. This is a good little tire changer. It needs a little bit of maintenance. I might have overpaid a little. I gave $350 for it. What do you think? I probably could have spent the $350 on something a little bit better, but have you seen market price for these? These machines used to be able to get pretty cheap in mint condition. Now everybody's getting them where it was cheap for the buildings to change their own tires and stuff, and the price skyrocketed. $350 in my area for this I thought was pretty fair. It worked. Even though I didn't look it over the best, it's one of them things you don't come across of them too often. It runs off air. I was like, oh, it's either got a cylinders, might be wore out a little, or air trouble, or, well, it could be fixed. For $350, if it needs a little something, I'm okay with it. Well, it needed a little something. Now, I know you can do bigger limbs if you take that arm off. It's just, I've seen how it works in action. That bottom bead breaker, you could just flip the tire and just use the top, and won't even have to use the bottom one. Just take it completely off. You can bod that on, hook my quill to the rim, will be fine. Now I do chew up aluminum limbs and stuff. That's a given. It's the nature of the machine. But if you just dealing with some limbs that you don't care too much about, or if you just dealing with, steel limbs, or basically, if you're just doing your own tires and you don't want to spend $100 and you can live with maybe a little bit of scratches and stuff on your rims, it's fine. I can tell you, if you use oil on the thing here, it goes around the rim. I did aluminum rim, you couldn't even tell it was took off. I mean, it didn't scratch it, didn't kill it, didn't destroy it. It worked fine on aluminum 16-inch. They do make little covers for that on it's a little bit easier on the limbs, if you're worried about it. But I found out just motor oil seems to work fine from one limb I did. But maybe in the future I'll try more. And probably dogs barking. I hear a beagle. It's hunting season. Maybe they're hunting. So, do you think I made a good investment? Let me know in the comment section below. Have you used one of these old machines? What color should we paint it? I want to know this. I definitely don't like the blue, but it does stand out. I got to give it that. I mean, look at it. You like my new gas jug? Got tired of the ones with the safety on them. But, yeah. I think it'll do good for what we're using it for. And maybe sometime next year. This is where my stove went away. Before you even comment, there's a hole in my garage because a stove pipe goes over it. I need to patch it. I ain't did it. I will need to do that. But anyway, the stove ain't here no more. Back to the subject. The tire changer is. I will patch that one day. I probably will move this building anyway, so it don't matter. What color should we paint it? Should we do any other mods to it? Maybe what should we do for the front? Make it look better, because it just ain't pleasing to the eyes. But it's functional. I think we'll use it some, fix it up as we go. Maybe make some how-to videos and stuff on it. And I think we'll be fine with it. I think it'll get us by till we get a more newer upright unit. Maybe a balancer. But I sell on eBay, and this will do the eBay limbs that I sell on. This will take the tires off. If I get a good tire, I might can sell it on eBay. Also, I scrap. Where I sell on car parts on eBay, I get vehicles in. The aluminum limbs that I don't want to sell, it's destroyed. I take the tire off of it, clean it up, set it back up, and haul, a big load of limbs off once I get built up. Because you're going to be surprised. If you sell on eBay or run a business, if you just stop putting stuff back to haul off, what money you make on the side throughout the year. You change wheels. You do tires at your house, maybe for your friends and stuff. All the wheel weights, you know, the steel, put them in a bucket. Scrap them at the end of the year. A little extra money at the holidays. Trust me, you'll be thanking me later. Thanks for watching. I want to make a short video. I'll make a more detailed one here in a day or two. It's raining, and yeah, I'm done for the night.